United's striker problem didn't start with Benjamin Šeško, and it won't end with a new name in January. For a decade, United have tried to solve the number 9 by shopping rather than by shaping. The pattern is familiar: a stopgap headline, a promising profile, a tactical pivot, then 6 months later, the conversation is about personality instead of geometry. The Premier League punishes pauses and mixed pictures. United have lived in both. Start with recruitment drift. From Falcao's emergency firework to Ibrahimovic's box office stint, from Cavani's savvy cameo to Ighalo's short loan, United treated the 9 like a plug socket. Then came tomorrow bets. Marshall as the next Henry, Højlund as the channel sprinter, Šeško as the modern hybrid, each bought for a different idea of attack. Coaches changed, selection math changed, the job description rarely survived the handover. A center forward cannot be both chaos runner and wall passer, penalty box poacher, and pressing trigger without a stable template behind him. Now the Amorim template finally exists. The 3-4-2-1 is not 30-pass poetry. It's a first-window offense. Wingbacks run on triggers. One of the 10s serves early and flat. The 9 pins the line or peels into the seam. The front 3 don't hoard touches, they end attacks. That is why Bryan Mbeumo looks inevitable. Blindside arrivals, one-touch finishes, penalty spot presence on the recycle. And it is why Šeško's slow pictures stand out. The extra half beat he could afford in Germany is a turnover in England. This is calibration, not character. The deeper issue is phase 1. United's worst offensive minutes are 46 to 65 away from home. Exits shrink, throw-ins improvise. The first pass lands on the wrong foot. When the 9 must be the first exit and the last action, he becomes the lightning rod for a structural flaw. Protecting Bruno Fernandes as a second touch, giving Kobbie Mainoo or Luke Shaw stepping in the greasy reception, and pre-calling short. Long restarts turns the number 9's touches from rescue missions into finishes. Strikers miss when they are asked to build and decide in the same move. Psychology matters, but not in the pop psych way. Old Trafford amplifies everything. Every miss becomes a referendum. Young 9s don't lack courage. They lack file size, the mental library of first-time contacts and toe pokes through blocks. Shearer's old line is true because the league is a taxman. It takes the half second you keep. The solution is repetition disguised as simplicity. 2 finishing rules for a month. Across the body first time from the right. Near stick lift if the keeper's hips face far from the left. It won't cover every chance. It'll cover enough to build rhythm. What about wrong player buys? Often the mismatch is timing, not talent. Martial's best football arrived as an outside-in winger with a post to bounce off. United asked him to pin center backs with back-to-goal in a slow-build era. Højlund is lethal. Attacking space, United spent long stretches trying to pass through set blocks with him static. Šeško arrives ready to run channels and finish early. United are only now automating the early cross. The market can't fix a moving target. Only a narrow menu can. 1 or 2 patterns, drilled until boring. The academy gap is real. Carrington has produced wide forwards and 10s. It hasn't produced a penalty box adult in years. That's not bad luck. It's a curriculum issue. If the first team want a 9 who arrives on the blind side and hits 1 touch, the U21s must live in those pictures. Flat service, penalty spot rebounds, near stick gravity. Development is not vibes, it's a diet. Feed young strikers the contacts they'll face on Saturday, not the touches that look good on Wednesday. So why do 9s look better elsewhere? Because systems there serve them. Haaland lives off early diagonals and cutbacks drilled into muscle memory. Arsenal's no-fix 9 shares the load. Jesus, Havertz, Trossard rotate the arriving job. The structure gives each an easy picture. Liverpool's forwards feast on second phase chaos, engineered by the press. United have the ingredients. Bumo's timing, Rashford's far post ownership, Bruno's final ball. But the oven preheat has been erratic. The fix is not a new chef, it's a clock. Selection is part of the answer. In control fixtures, start the post. Joshua Zirkzee gives the wall pass, and the rest defense breathers. Bouncing Bruno into lanes and letting Rashford arrive unmarked. In transition games, start the peeler. Šeško attacks the seam behind a pin. Don't force a binary when the job splits cleanly. Post and peel are complementary, not competing. When both play, center backs can't step with both. Somebody gets a free run. Set pieces and second phases are the silent frontier. United already score late because they hold two technicians at the D and attack the 6-yard box on the recycle. Station the 9 at the penalty spot on every second. Ball. Screen a center back, lay it off first time, or stab it into bodies. Ugly goals count twice for confidence. A striker who sees 3 cheap pictures a month will hit one and stop searching for the perfect one. The last lever is boring excellence. Pre-call 2 exits for a month. Make the first cross the best cross. Assign weak side duties so the 9 isn't masquerading as a third mid in defensive transition. Choose where to foul after turnovers so the counter dies wide, not central. When the team's temperature drops, the 9's heartbeat follows. Clean shots follow calm build. Šeško is not the problem. He's the mirror. He shows how far United have come. Quicker service, smarter spacing, and how far they have to go. Earlier decisions, fewer improvised exits. If they fix the environment, the number 9 will look like a finisher again. If they don't, the next signing will become the next storyline. United don't need a savior, they need a schedule. Decide the pictures, repeat the pictures. Then, let the scorer be what he is. The last touch, not the only plan.